Alright guys, Taco Panda here, and no, I am not dead. But as something you may realize, something has changed. I'll give you a few minutes to figure this out. Yes, that's right, I got a new haircut. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got a brand new mat. This is a Neo Galaxy Eyes mat. Beautiful, I must say. I was never able to find this mat until my good friend traded it for me for my old Utopia mat that I used to have. So, moment of silence for that mat that no longer exists in my possession. Okay, that's enough. Today, I am coming at you with a Galaxy Eyes deck build. This is Primal Origins. I will be updating this deck since this is the main deck that I run. Probably one of the best decks out there to date. So, here we go. 3 Ghost Rares Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. These are like $10 a pop, but still, they're just so beautiful. You just have to have them. Look at that. So beautiful. Most Ghost Rares I really don't like, but this is one of the few Ghost Rares that actually looks good in my opinion. 3 Galaxy Knights. Basically what this card does, if you have a Galaxy or Photon monster on the field, you can normal summon him, his effect activates, and special summon a Galaxy Eyes from your graveyard, and you can overlay for Tachyon. Or any other level 8 you may want to use. 3 Galaxy Wizards. What this card does actually has 2 effects. Basically what he does is that once per turn you can change him to level 8, or you can tribute him and add a Galaxy card from your hand or from your deck to your hand. So that gives you a whole mess of options to choose from. 2 Photon Thrashers. I would not run 3 because I feel they clog up too much. But honestly, once Primal Origin comes out, I'm probably just going to get rid of Thrasher completely because there's just so many more options opening up that he becomes irrelevant. 2 Photon Crushers. This is basically like Alexandrite Dragon, only he switches to defense after he attacks. Also, we'll be getting rid of this most likely with Primal Origin comes out. Speaking of Primal Origin, I'm going to be doing an opening like the day I get that, so tune in for that. 2 Photon Thrashers, or Slashers. They slash more than Thrasher. Alright, this is a level 5, so that gives more options for XZ summoning. Basically, if there's an XZ monster on the field, you can special him in defense. You have both in your hand, special 2 in defense. Overlay, you have a Volcasaurus. The One Honest. Just like, you have to have an Honest in every light deck. It's not an option. I'm not even going to explain that. You guys should already know. 1 Photon Satellite, just to open up more options. So basically what this card does is that when there's a Galaxy or Photon monster and this card on the field at the same time, you can target it and their combined levels become the same. So say you have Slasher and this, that gives you 2 level 6s to overlay for. So you can go for a Photon Strike Bouncer with that. 1 Curry Photon. This is a special little card. This is basically like Karibo, but you pay 2,000 life points and to activate its effect. I mean, it's not as good as Karibo, but I still want to keep the theme going for Photon. So I would only use that if someone's pushing for game, you have that in your hand, and yeah. The 1 Thunder King Ryu. This card can backfire on you because this card pulls a lot from the deck, but when you need it, it can also shut down other people's decks. This is a great card in any deck, in my opinion. I really wish they would unlimit to 2 at least. 1 Dimension Wanderer. I did not know about this card until like a few weeks ago. Basically, what this does is that when you use Galaxy Eyes' effect, what he does is that when he attacks a monster or is being attacked, he can banish both cards until the end of the turn. And when you do that, you can discard this card and your opponent takes 3,000 points of damage. That's insane. And for the last monster, 1 DD Assailant, just to get rid of those pesky cards that you don't want to deal with. Moving on to spells, just gonna so you can see Kite's face being all epic. 2 Galaxy Expeditions. What this card does, if you have a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, you can activate this and special summon another one from your deck. So say you have Galaxy Eyes on the field, activate this and bring out another Galaxy Eyes. And an overlay for everything. 2 Galaxy Zeros, which is the monster reborn of this deck. The only downside to this though is that the monster that you bring back cannot attack. But on the bright side, say your monster is about to get destroyed, you can get rid of this card, your monster's safe, and then you can use its effects next turn, so that's pretty good. 2 Photon Sanctuaries. I am most likely going to get rid of these 2 in the next set. It's a shame though, they're both secret rares and beautiful, but they could work in the next set or the next version of this deck I'm doing, but I feel it runs better without them, so, but for this version, they work very well. 3 trade-ins. Since we do run a lot of level 8s in this deck, we want to get this as fast as possible. So basically, in your first turn, if you have Thrasher, a Galaxy Eyes, Galaxy Knight, and a trade-in, send Galaxy Eyes, special Thrasher, then you could normal Knight, and then bring back Galaxy Eyes from your graveyard, and then you can go ahead and overlay. I'm probably going to cut these down to maybe 1 or even 2 when the new set comes out, because there's faster ways, of course, to summon Galaxy Eyes. Prime Dragon just gonna wreck everything, so it doesn't even matter at this point. 2 MSTs, staple cards, really. Want to get those to a better rarity. 1 Book of Moon, another card that I consider staple. Well, if you don't, well, then you can sue me, because it's a staple. And the last spell card, 1 Reinforcements of the Army, just to get the special Thrasher or Crusher that you need, and then go for overlay. Moving on to traps. 2 Mirror Forces, 2 Dimensional Prisons. Keep in mind, guys, this is a very trap-heavy deck. I might cut this down a bit when Primal Origin comes out, of course. 2 Fiendish Chains. I do not want to run 3. As I've said in my previous videos, if a monster gets banished or back to the hand, they kind of become dead traps, and you really can't do nothing about it, and they just take up space. So 2. The 1 Photon Current. I am testing this card out, and it's been working pretty well, I'd say. Basically, when your monster, or to be more specific, your Galaxy monster gets attacked, just activate this. It's basically a built-in Honest. Your monster gains the attack of the attacking monster. So combo that with Honest, and your opponent takes like so much damage, so we'll probably kill them. 1 Solemn Warning. 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. 1 Torrential, and 1 Bottomless that I just dropped on the floor. Bottomless was on the bottom. That takes care of the main deck. On to the extra deck that I have unfortunately not finished yet, because I am working on, or I'm saving money up for Primal Origin, so I don't want to buy too much for this deck, since I am going to edit this highly. So 107 Chaos Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, ultra rare. He's beautiful. This is one of my favorite cards. 2 level 8s only. His ability, basically use 1 overlay unit, EMP everything on the field. You can just push for game. One of my favorite cards right there. He's only like $10 too. Heretic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. Another great card. Basically, another 2 level 8s. You use 1 overlay unit, discard as many monsters from your hand or field, and destroy that many on your opponent's side. So I combo this so much. Usually what I would do, I'll have like 2 monsters in my hand, and then either combo with whatever I have on the field, or I use Photon Sanctuary, and then use those 2 tokens, tribute that, and just like nuke my opponent's field, basically. 1 Utopia for those level 4s. I really don't use it, but Utopia is still a good overall card for any deck. 1 Lord Galaxian. This is 2 level 4 Photon monsters, and this guy is really useful for this deck. I might keep him in, but if I can continue to keep 2 level 4 Photon monsters in the next deck. But his effect is you can use 1 overlay unit and special summon a Galaxy Eyes from your hand, or you can use 2 and special summon 1 from your deck. This deck just spams Galaxy Eyes. 80% chance that you'll summon Galaxy Eyes on your first turn, and if you don't, I will eat my map. 1 Star Leech Polydynamo. 2 level 4 light monsters. What this card does, use 2 overlay units, target 1 monster on the field, its effects are negated, and it goes 0 attack points. Another way to get rid of those pesky cards. 101, okay. 1 Photon Papilloperative. No one can say that. I love this card. Basically, what this does is that, say your opponent has a defense position monster, use 1 overlay unit, it forcefully switches it to attack mode, and it loses 600 attack. Another way to push for game quickly. And with 2100 attack, it's not too bad either. 1 number 46 Dragulon. This came out in the anime, and it looked a lot more OP in the show than it actually is, but it's still a really cool card to have. Basically, when this guy's on the field, you can target 1 dragon that your opponent controls and, well, destroy it. Either that or special 1 from your deck. It's not bad. Oh, another Utopia that I forgot to mention. 1 Photon Strike Bouncer that I was talking about earlier for those level 6. This guy's great. Let's read his effect here. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a monster's effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent. OP. And for level 6. Unfortunately, I do not have Neo yet. I have ordered it many times, and twice it never arrived. So hopefully I will be getting that in person as quickly and as soon to you as I possibly can. And also, guys, this Friday is going to be coming out the new Dragon set with the Eye of Timaeus, and hopefully I will be getting probably not a box, but at least a good 10-20 packs of it, which is almost a box, but we'll see, and stay tuned for those openings. Alright guys, before I leave, I just want to say one more thing. I know I promised you guys another theatrical performance this week. Sorry about that. I've been very busy, and I have not been able, there goes my camera, have not been able to actually film any of it recently, but hopefully soon, in the next, I don't know, probably tomorrow, I'll have some filming done, regardless if it's me or my friends. So don't worry guys, in the next couple days, for sure, I promise you, or I will eat this deck. This has been Taco Panda. See you next time.